Nathan, thank you. Meanwhile, deadly storms in Texas over the weekend have many people here in Arkansas looking to help. More than 100 people have died. Several more remain missing. And some Arkansans have questions of their own, like, could something like that happen here? A concern based on the painful memories of flash floods that killed 20 people at Albert Pike campgrounds 15 years ago. THV 11's Maya Ellison recaps the day as those damage reports come in.
Early tonight, we're learning at least 90 people, including children, lost their lives in the flooding in Kerrville, Texas. Massive search efforts continue as the nation watches and holds on to hope.
It was heartbreaking and gut-wrenching.
That's Kelly Franklin, an alum of Camp Mystic, and these past couple of days have been the hardest for her to face.
I went to Mystic starting in '98 and then all the way up to '03, and it's just devastating to see how it looks right now with everything being torn up.
Camp Mystic, one of many locations in the Texas Hill Country, affected by, quote, catastrophic flooding over 4th of July weekend. Officials say at least 27 campers and counselors lost their lives, adding to the rising death toll.
And I want to keep having hope, but it feels like somebody's gripping my heart and squeezing it. Like if there was somebody I knew that was still at camp, my heart would have broke.
While Franklin's still processing the damage where she once lived, others are stepping up to help.
The extent of the damage has been a little surprising. This is kind of one of those once in a lifetime sort of storms in this area.
Lance Nutt, director of Sheepdog Impact Assistance, says volunteers are now waiting to bring in supplies where they can, but says the most important thing to do, being hands-on to get things back to normal.
We expect to have anywhere from 40 to 60 members on the ground by this weekend.
Those efforts also played a huge role after the deadly flood right here in Arkansas 15 years ago. In 2010, flash floods rushed through Albert Pike campground in Montgomery County. 20 people lost their lives.
Never underestimate Mother Nature. You just don't know when you're going to get one of those storms that's capable of producing 7 inches of rain in a short amount of time.
Jay Townsend with Little Rock Army Corps engineer says because of that, protocols were put in place, ensuring that solutions were in place before another natural disaster.
Where you can go on and you can see the water levels before you go. You can say, hey, maybe it's too high to even be camping right now.
Townsend tells me while disasters like these are unpredictable and hard to prevent, this one app is just a solution to keep you safe. He tells me a few things you can do at home to be aware, like checking the weather app, pay attention to flood warnings, and most of all, being alert.
All right, Maya, thank you. And for more information on how you can access the app and any additional safety tips, you can visit our website, thv11.com. We got a closer look at today's recovery efforts down in Texas, though. Just in the last half hour, officials announcing 104 people have died. Most of those deaths in Kerr County, including 28 children. The sheriff's deputies there still having trouble identifying many of the bodies. And at a nearby Camp Mystic, referred to in Maya's piece, the sheriff's office says at least 10 campers and 1 counselor are still missing. They had about 750 campers there when the storms hit Friday night, and since Friday there have been miraculous stories of survival amid this devastation.
I grabbed my wife and we literally jumped in the water, and it swept us down to about 200 feet down that way, and there's a crepe myrtle tree that we grabbed hold of and we waited for rescue.
And the risk of more flooding remains high in central Texas. More rain is on the way. President Trump, though, plans to visit the areas hit hard later this week.